everybody. My name is Brian Gosur, and I wanted to briefly do a short video, and it's going to be based on an article that I'm going to write called The Circles of Life. Now, bear with me in my artistic ability here because doing this on a computer is kind of weird. But the first thing I want to point out is the first circle um, in your life, and this is, of course, if you're married, is you and your wife. You have formed a circle that is separate now from your mom and dad, from your family. You are still an extension of your parents and you are still a part of their circle, but you've split off from them and you are forming your own circle now. Now, if you're not married, it would just be you here and it wouldn't have wife. Now, as you have children, this is probably not going to look too good, but as you have children, your circle expands. And so you have Joe is one of your children here. Boy, this is kind of hard to write. And then you got Sue over here, and then you've got Amy and all your children go here. This is now your extended family, your extended circle. These children are all part of your life. They're all part of who you are, and they're a part of your family circle. But notice that there is a definite dividing line between the circle that encloses you and your wife, between your family, your children, I mean. Never, ever are they allowed to enter that circle unless it's both permissible by you and your spouse. Because this is where I think a lot of people get, so many people, especially in today's society, don't follow these rules, and it can lead to huge problems, both now and all the way down the road of life. Because if Joe is a little baby, so many people, and I know I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but think that they can, it's the first one. Joe can sleep with mommy and daddy. And so he's allowed to come in that circle. Now, if both parents agree with that, then that's fine to a point. But I guarantee you, if it continues and then Susan is born, now you got some major problems. And now you've got chaos, and this line here is going to be damaged, and there's going to be people coming in and out. And it's going to weigh heavily on the relationship between the husband and the wife. That's why this circle is so important. It has to be honored, and it has to be supported by the husband and wife. You just cannot let people come and go through that circle unless that is both agreed, because it breaks the sanctity of the relationship between the husband and wife. And plus, it actually, I think, in the long run, hinders the growth of the children, because they are separate, their identities are separate in and of themselves, but they are going to form their own circles as they grow older. But right now, they just are all about them. So then your circle gets even larger because you include mom and dad and aunts and uncles, co-workers, all these, all these are part of the circles of your life. But the point that I really want to make right here is, and this happens so often, is this circle between the husband and wife, and actually I don't even think it exists anymore today. Kids, and not just kids, but it could be sisters, brothers, work, a hobby, so many things that break through that circle. And now, instead of me just loving my wife, I'm spreading my love and my interest to other people, and they're allowed to come and go and take time that I should be pouring into my wife or my spouse. Instead of doing that, I'm spreading it out to other people, and then she starts to feel left out, and the circle is cracked and broken, and before you know it, she's drifting off out here further and further and further, and and I'm taking in all these other things, and I think I've got a fulfilled life when really I don't. And I think this is where divorce comes in, and this is where separation. My wife will start to feel unloved, um, not a part of me, and really she isn't because I've allowed all these other things go in. So circles of life really have to be honored, and they have to be in place. And it's hard. It's hard because as your children grow up, they form their own identities, their own characters, their own natures. Um, they eventually won't want to be a part of this circle. They should be wanting to develop their own circles and moving on with their lives. But they are always going to be in this family circle. It's always going to be there. But it's a part of becoming free because we should be training our kids and our children to be who they are in the way God created them. And there's there's a place for you in this world. You need to pave your own path and create your own road that you're going to travel on. And certainly, your mom and me are there for you to encourage you, to build you up. But there's definitely a dividing point there, and it's a healthy dividing point. It's not a clinging. I think today's society, there are so many children that are clinging, that are still got the umbilical cord attached to mom, and in this circle, and the family, the core of the circle, which is the husband and wife, are totally not even there anymore, and they're diminishing. So that's what I wanted to do. This is going to be a part of an article I'm going to write, but I hope you can bear with my artistic ability here and get the whole point that I'm talking about. The circles of life. Uh, I'm going to be doing that soon. So thank you very much. God bless you all, and I look forward to talking to you again. Bye bye.